Games. Here's a look at you on the left. Solemn training at Ego against Joshi. Just to point out, something that I've been talking to you about all year, that you kind of feather the top of the turn too much. In other words, skid it, not as clean. You have clean completions, and that's what we're really, number one objective, make sure we're clean at the bottom of the turn. But, we can definitely be cleaner up top, and that would help us not scrub some speed. I lined you up both here. You can see exactly the same spot. I don't really know what happened, above this, but let's assume we're exactly tied at this point with that blue gate. Okay. Both looking pretty good here. But here you could see you came into rise line. You didn't even get to rise line. Already started turning the skis. You're in rise line with your skis going right down the hill. Joshi doesn't twist them at the top. All right. He intersects rise line with the skis pointing a little bit still out and away. He brings some turn shape back to the pole. And there's no spray on Joshi. Look at the spray there you got going on. So we're scrubbing some speed, right, with the spray. Both did a good job there. Both of you didn't have much spray. Now Joshi's already picking up a little bit of a lead here. And look at all that spray you got there. All right. So again, came in. If we look at Joshi, I'm going to take you guys apart here so we can kind of see. Joshi's intersecting rise line with the skis pointing out and away so we can bring turn shape back to the pole. All right. And you're going to come in here and just skid that top of the turn, and once you start skidding it, sometimes it's hard to stop. And look at all that spray, which is, we know this is dumping speed if we're not clean. All right. Joshi has very little spray there. Now, how does he? Well, one thing he does is give himself a little bit more room above. It's hard to see, but it's just slightly more room above the gate, allowing him the space to make that turn. So you got to give yourself just a, 4 or 5 inches higher line, which will let you, carve that top of the turn more. Okay, good job there. But even here, coming into the flush, or to the hairpin actually, you kind of just heel pushed, tails slide out, it's a little speed check. No need for that. Look at all that spray compared to Joshi. That's just dumping speed. Josh got a little twisted up and back seat here, but and again, let's see. Look at Joshi's spray, and he kind of skidded out at the bottom here too, right? But you got a lot more spray going on there. Again, look at the spray. Your spray compared to Joshi's, a lot more. Because you came in here, you twisted, pivoted the skis, the top of the turn, and then a little check at the bottom. And Joshy didn't totally clean up on top. He kind of redirected him a bit, but stood on the outside ski. Both have spray there. And you'll see you have a lot more here, so we really skidded that top of the turn. You can see you're turning well before rise line, skidding the top, and just dumping speed with that spray. So I know it's not easy. Top of the turn is hard to be clean, but let's try to give ourselves a little more room above, intersect a little bit higher up in rise line, giving yourself that room to try to be cleaner. We got to be patient, get out to rise line with our skis still pointing out and away from the pole, roll them up, and stand on the outside ski, and they will come around. Having said all that, of course, you're skiing Magic this weekend, and that's a hard place. It's so steep, and all of a sudden become clean at the top of the turn. But that's something this is something we have to work on for the rest of the year, and try to get a little cleaner at the top of the turn, less spray, and that'll make you faster.